been a total stuff-up. It's almost time for my appointment. I've still got a quarter of an hour walk, so I'm going to be really late thanks to the bus being late. Oh God, I'm frustrated as hell. If I don't get this script today, I'm going to be really pissed off, because this has been a marathon getting down here. So I just really do without that. I don't want to be here. It should have been like a 20-minute walk to my local GP, because they're not taking any patients. I can't go there. Just ridiculous. So now I've had to go right across town just to get to my old GP, and now I'm late. So it's about 10 past. Consultation's quarter past. It's going to take me a quarter of an hour to walk there. It just pisses me off. Oh. I'm going to walk on the other side of the road so I don't get anywhere near the old flat. I just don't want to go near it. Only good thing is the weather's okay, but Jesus, pisses me off. Really pisses me off that the bus service is that unreliable. I mean, I should have had a comfortable amount of time to make this appointment, but I'm going to be late. It is only for a script, so it shouldn't be an issue. I think it's a doctor I haven't seen before, and she doesn't seem to have many appointments. So she's from Burma. So it sounds quite interesting, but unfortunately it's going to be a bit of a stressful situation today, because I've got, like I say, I've got this quarter of an hour walk to make it to the GP, so I'm going to be at least 10 minutes late. So just so pissed off. Just cannot rely on the buses. I mean, I would have had to have turned up half an hour early to the previous bus, the way it's turned out. This is why I don't want to go all this distance, especially if you've got appointments. It's just impossible. You just can't work it. You know, because I hate being late to an appointment. I just don't like doing that. So, this is just exactly what I didn't want. Still got to get the other crap sorted out with the Trinity post office. I'm thinking maybe stopping off there on the way back, and just to find out how much stuff there is, and just see how much an Uber would cost to get me back home. I'm estimating probably around $6 or so, because it's a very short distance. But you know, I'm not sure. Only guessing on that one. If it's around that amount of money, I might just bite the bullet and get it done, and I'll never use the Kmart delivery service again, that's for sure. Because they use Australia Post, and it appears to me as if Australia Post are not delivering any items to your door in my area, because the second lot of items aren't that big. So I'm amazed. So if I've got a drop box, what's the point? If Australia Post don't seem to have posties who are prepared to actually deliver parcels in my area, it's a waste of money. So I guess at least I found that out. But that's a poor it's a poor situation. Australia Post employees should deliver parcels, but they don't. They do everything to avoid it. Around here, when I had parcels, they just slip notes in all the time, and only occasionally would you actually get a conscientious person who'd actually come to your door. Most of the time they're just slack. It's really poor customer service. Anyway, finally up to Mulgrave Road. I've still got a bit of foot slogging to go, but I'm going to take a different route. This time I'll go this side of the road rather than the other. Right, well, that was all sorted. I didn't miss out on the appointment, thank God. I got the prescription. Yeah, Burmese GP, she seemed quite nice. She was quite a rapid talker. I guess you get a few GPs like that. But she clarified everything regarding the telehealth. Only a couple of the GPs are doing it, because she doesn't have a camera on her screen, in her room, so she can't do it. And what you got to do is ring them up, which is a problematic part of the equation because they are engaged a lot. The receptionist on the phone when I got there actually is that the Asian receptionist who spoke very quietly and I couldn't understand her. I've had that with her a few times, and then somebody loudmouth patient behind me, some woman sort of made some comment about which ear you could hear through. I don't know what she was talking about, to be quite frank, but yeah, at least I had a chat with her, and she followed up and found out from the manager there what the situation is. I've basically got to ring up and get it pre-arranged for next time, so we'll do that, and that should be good. So hopefully it'll be the last time I actually come down here. And I have to. She says, yeah, obviously you have to touch base with them occasionally within a 12-month period. You have to physically arrive, but I mean I can handle that. There'll be something I'll have to do here while I'm down here. Today I really don't have much apart from getting that sorted. So that was all right. The other thing is, when I told her I couldn't get into the local GB, she was quite astounded. She was as surprised as I am. So I think she thought it was pretty ordinary. So that was nice. They got a little bit of support from her on that. So even though I got there pretty late, it didn't seem to be an issue. So I won't be dodging traffic to get there, to get back the way I was to get there. I did jump in front of a few lights to expedite my arrival. Could have arrived in a pine box if I'd been any more reckless, but no, I survived. So that's out of the way, so that now I can relax to some degree until I come up with the next speed bump for today, and that'll be Australia Post, and that could be a huge speed bump. I think what I'll do is I'll get off the bus at that stop and just find out how much stuff is there waiting for me. I mean, I know the vacuum itself is going to be a big box, but I'm not quite sure about the stuff that holds the bench, that's the wooden structure. That should be a flat pack, but it depends how big it is. And I've got a couple of other things like covers for seats and stuff. They don't weigh anything, and hopefully not super bulky. So the actual bus stop is very close to the post office, so this might work out. And there'll be bugger all passengers on the bus going back to Parra Beach from Trinity Beach. So, but now I just got to go get my prescriptions done, get some more of the antihistamine medication. I'll go to Chemist Warehouse. I don't really like going there to get scripts because they're pretty slow, and it's crowded, and it always takes a long time to pay there. I find that's one of the most annoying things about going to Chemist Warehouse. You have to line up to pay. It seems ridiculous, and whereas you go to Terry White, you don't get any of that crap. And I don't know if you really pay much more there anyway. But because I'm going to buy the antihistamines, I'll get the 30 pack, because I looked at the expiry date, and that medication is the current one I've got is actually good till 2023, so it lasts quite a long time. I don't know. That's okay. Total confusion there. Yeah, 2000. Oh shit! Nearly went arse over tit there. 2023. Oh God, glad what am I doing here? This is very confusing already. Oh, that's right, I've got to go here. I'm going a slightly different way to usual, so disorientated. So it's a nice day, and I don't miss Mulgrave Road at all. So I suppose if I was positive, I'd say this just reinforces how nice it is to be away from here. You still got to experience the gruns to appreciate the tranquility of the beaches. So off to Chemist Warehouse, then going to go to Woolworths, because there's a few items in Woolworths that I like that I can't get at Coles. The one thing about it though, I'm thinking that I'd like to get the feta cheese again, because it's much better from Woolworths and Coles. It's much better quality in my opinion. But the trouble is, it's a good trouble. I actually made up my sauce with the green peppers last night. I only used it, and what I did was I didn't trust the tomato paste I had, because I'd frozen it and it had this white look. It looked the same as mould, but I thought, well, it must be just ice crystals. But it sort of persisted when it was thawing out, so I thought, oh, this doesn't look good. So I decided to use a substitute. I used tomato sauce instead of tomato paste, just a dash or two of it, not too much. And it came out okay. It was quite nice. Geez, a lot of traffic here. I keep forgetting how much traffic there is in the central part of Cairns. And there's a corroboree up the road. See, there's another thing you don't get on the beaches. Totally different. So, yeah, it's a bit squalid down this part. There's actually broken glass on the pavement and litter. And yeah, it looks pretty ordinary. Again, this is the chalk and cheese compared to where I'm living. It just reinforces that it was a good move. I mean, I could hang around for a Guinness, I guess, but I think they only open at midday, so I might pass today on that. I wouldn't mind doing it. It's just a bit just unfortunate that Lynn is tied up today. I would have caught up with her. So, but you know, that's just one of those things. I want to get this out of the way. I really need to make sure I've got things like sleeping pills on hand, just in case I'm having a bout of insomnia. And of course the GP was continually talking about making sure you don't get into the habit of having them every night. I don't. I keep telling them I don't, but of course a lot of people lie to their GPs. So no, I don't. I'm well aware that any medications you take, if you can sort of take them sparingly, it's a much better effect. So better for your body. Well, that ended up being a total cock up at the GP's. The woman is weird. Like, the GP recommended this other sedative and then wrote out the script for the one that I'm currently on. So I don't know why that happened. And then I mentioned codeine to her, and she didn't write up a script for it. So I get to Chemist Warehouse and I discovered that she hadn't given me the script I'd asked for. So I've only got half of what I asked for. So, oh God, it's a frustrating time. Communication for me at the moment seems to be a real battle. And I've still got that final hurdle with Australia Post. I'm going to pop in there and just find out what the situation is. Then maybe get a pricing on an Uber if it's too much to take on the bus. If I can put it in the bus, it's not far to walk. That's the only good thing, so we'll just see. Okay, well there's two of the bulkiest and heaviest items that should have been delivered to my house and obviously weren't. They did have contractors apparently have confirmed that with Australia Post that these items should have been delivered to my door, and she asked whether I was there the whole day, and of course I was there the whole day when they gave me that message for both items. The other one's really small. I can carry it in my I'll just walk over here from Kmart and pick it up, but that's easy. These ones I'll put on the bus. That shouldn't be an issue. I certainly have to walk the distance down Bondi back to my place with that stuff, so it won't be too bad. So yeah, the vacuum's got a little bit of weight. The other thing on top of it hasn't. It's pretty light, so not an issue. Anyway, typical. You just can't trust third parties. They just don't do their jobs. These people obviously just said, stuff this, we'll just take it to bloody to the post office, and we're not going to even bother trying to deliver it to the address. So yeah, piss poor, really piss poor. So I will be putting in a complaint, and I won't be using Kmart for deliveries until they get their act together. Basically, it's not worth it. I could have almost got the other one too. It was just like a pillow size. It wasn't big, it was pretty light, but they're just the covers for the seats. It's very small, but as I say, I'll just have a long walk over here and back and get a bit of exercise. This is where those kids came from, that the gang of 10 always kept getting off here. So probably ended up going to the takeaway places. That's what they had through their tiny minds. So the bus trip today was quiet. There was a couple of, there is a hoon section. There's when you go north of the hospital, just yeah, you just go between the hospital and where the Trabuc pool is. There's a section there. You get quite a few dodgy characters getting on and off the bus there. That's about the dodgiest part. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.